From Eyewitness News, this is breaking news.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kyle Betz. First here at 12:30, jurors have reached a verdict in the Jonathan Knight trial. He was accused of shooting and killing 5-year-old Kason Guyton back in 2017. Breaking news here, a highway patrol pursuit just ended in a crash on the southbound side of Highway 99 near Rosedale Highway. No word right now on what started this pursuit, but we do know that it began in Tulare. We first begin with some breaking news as a large vegetation fire is burning north of Bakersfield right now. Now, cameras show it's burning near Sherwood Avenue and Highway 65, as you can take a look there. An evacuation warning has been issued in that area as well. The Bakersfield Police Department is in South Bakersfield right now investigating a homicide on Langston Street. Police confirm that there is no active threat, but the area will be blocked off for several hours as they investigate. Welcome into the Live Center. I'm Kyle Betz. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have officially announced a bipartisan task force to investigate the Trump assassination attempt. Now let's take a live look out to Capitol Hill, where Johnson and Jeffries say the newly created congressional task force will have subpoena power. According to the AP, Trump secured 277 electoral votes, more than the 270 threshold to win the presidency. The waves aren't as big as we have seen in recent days here, but you could still see those gray clouds playing a factor there. And here's another live look here of some of the effects of Milton. You could see, this is a live look at Fort Pierce right now. You could see that overturned semi-truck on the side of the roadway. The roadway's still slick there as well. It's more important now than ever, really, for drivers just to be aware of their surroundings, especially as they go through school zones and different crosswalks. I'm going to give you a look right now at Truxton Avenue as we speak. We're just outside of Franklin Elementary School here. Take a look. More than 100 vendors here on site. Now I'll step aside so you can just get a closer look at what's happening here behind me. You can see the Veterans Family Band is all set up. We're about to have a presentation start here momentarily. And this is a great way for veterans throughout the county to receive resources. Now for us here in Bakersfield, over the course of these next 10 days or so, we're going to be seeing temps return to the 90s, so that's great, as you can see on the horizon, once we get past these few days here. The top football coaches in all of Kern County are here joining us now to talk about the big game.
They're coming in a couple of minutes. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Coach Littlejohn from Bakersfield College, Coach Perucci from Shafter High, and Coach Dunham from Westside. Thanks, guys, for showing up here today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So let's start with this, and let's talk some quarterbacks. Everyone knows of two-time MVP Patrick Mahomes, and now Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy showing up on the scene. What stands out to you guys about this quarterback matchup? I'll start with you, Coach Dunham.
You know, I've always rooted for the little guy, obviously, right? So Coach Perucci, you're talking about, you know, Brock Purdy's ability the last couple of weeks to be able to run a little bit.
It was not a good night for LA Dodgers starter Bobby Miller. He allowed 3 runs on 60 pitches in just 2 innings, but the Dodgers bullpen, meanwhile, carrying the load. To Chicago, Dodgers visiting the White Sox. Top of the first, Shohei Ohtani sits on a curveball and gets all of it. That's Ohtani's 24th homer of the season. Dodgers take an early lead in this one. Now let's head bottom of the inning. Andrew Benintendi with a man aboard. He connects on a pitch down the middle. White Sox jump out to a 2-run lead after that response from Benintendi. Now let's move on to the 4th. The game now tied. Ohtani delivers again, this time an RBI single. That proved to be the game winner. Dodgers take down the White Sox 4-3. LA Angels hosting the Oakland A's. 29-year-old rookie Armando Alvarez making his first major league start. He rips one down the right field line off Tyler Anderson for his first MLB hit. Alvarez making a good impression, going 3 for 4 on the night. Now, bottom of the 4th here, A's lead. Mickey Moniak standing in with the bases loaded. He sends deep to right field. That ends up in the stands as a grand slam. Halos take a 3-run lead at this point. Let's move later in the game. Taylor Ward connects, adding a homer of his own. That's his 14th of the year there. And the Angels hold on to win 7-5, the final score. And speaking of play-in tournament teams, the Minnesota Timberwolves are one of those. They'll represent the Western Conference as an 8 seed, but there might be a sour taste in their mouths today as some things turned physical during yesterday's game. Here's what happened. Rudy Gobert and Kyle Anderson are discussing something during a timeout when all of a sudden Gobert kind of leans into him and bam, he throws a punch. Bad news for the New Orleans Saints. Bakersfield native and Saints quarterback Derek Carr going down in the 4th quarter, facing off against the New York Giants yesterday afternoon. 4 minutes left here in the game with the Saints up 3. Carr scrambling to his right, leaping for the first down, gaining 9 yards, but gets hurt on the play. Bakersfield native and Liberty High product Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers officially in the playoffs, and in the process, the Packers defense posting the first shutout in the NFL this season. Love hosting the New Orleans Saints without Bakersfield native Derek Carr out for the year with a broken hand. First possession here for Green Bay. Love connects with Dontavion Wicks to take the early lead. Kristen White from the Bakersfield SBCA with us as always on a Tuesday. Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Who do we have today?
So I have been calling her Lady. And yeah, I don't know where it came from.
Oh, look at that paw.
She is a 3-month-old Australian cattle dog husky mix.
The volunteer and community engagement facilitator Elizabeth Graff now joining us in studio with an animal from the zoo. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon.
Hi, thank you for having us.
All right, well, let's get started here. Who is the special guest tagging along with you today?
Oh, this is our friend Caterpillar. She is one of our 3 opossums that we have out at the zoo.
Why the chainsaw? You got a whole another 365 days ahead of you. So what does this next year kind of look like for both of you?
Well, we start off, we have 1 day break, and that's the day after Christmas.
See, I like how I decorated this house here. I was given a broken piece in front, which I think was the cause of the
What happens if
devastation
it
here.
rains?
If it rains, you know, maybe we'll put up a tent inside the house. We'll be okay. But yeah, I tried my heart out, and I think you should vote for me for that reason only. It's all about the effort.
Yours looks even worse on camera.
I was gonna say,
Vote for me.
considering what you were faced
Yeah.
with, you did a great
Yeah.
job.